Hey there, Tony Blanco. I'm just kind of gearing up here, waiting for some people to hop on for this meditation workshop I'm doing today. Where are you guys located in this big old world? I'm in Kentucky. Cool, I got some people jumping on. Good. The more people we have in here today, the better, because with a meditation workshop, the more energy that we create, the more positive energy, the better for all of us. It's like when you are in a work environment that maybe you don't enjoy, you soak up all that negative stuff all day long, and so this is a really good way to offset that, because we can share in everybody's all this great energy that we're about to create, because we're going to meditate together, right? So I'm not an expert with TikTok Live and all of the bells and whistles, but I'm trying to learn and beef up my game. But I understand that if you tap the screen, then more people will join in. And so, and also I would like for you to tap the screen, because you're putting your energy out there and into this space where we are right now. So thank all of you all for joining. Who that's here right now, are any of you familiar with primordial sound meditation? Anybody familiar with it already? Do you know what primordial sound meditation is? So I'll just give you kind of a brief overview, and just know that I'm a certified primordial sound meditation instructor. I'm certified by the prestigious Chopra Center. Deepak Chopra is my professor. And primordial sound meditation originated in India with the ancient Vedic tradition. And so it's a meditation technique that's been tried and tested for thousands of years, but it wasn't available to the Western world until the 1990s. And the way that we ended up with it is Deepak Chopra worked with numerous experts in the field, and he worked with Vedic scholars here in the US and in India, and he basically repackaged it and revitalized it so that the westernized world could use primordial sound meditation, because it's a very sophisticated practice and no one was using it. It was just kind of sitting there. And so he brought it back, and I'm very grateful for that, because before I was introduced to primordial sound meditation, I was a devoted TMer, transcendental meditation. And transcendental meditation served me well for many years, and it gave me what I like to call superhuman strength. But primordial sound meditation just really took me to the next level. And so when I started practicing it, I was hooked within a week, and I stopped using my transcendental meditation and I switched to primordial sound meditation, and I've been using primordial sound meditation now for about a year. And oh, I see Helen is reading Deepak right now. Are you reading his newest book, Helen? Quantum Body? Is that the one that you're reading? If so, it's great. It's just, I'm having a hard time grasping all of the material. I mean, it really is a bit over my head. But anyway, back to primordial sound meditation. So for those of you that aren't familiar with the practice, primordial sounds are the sounds of nature. And many, many years ago, the Vedics realized that the universe makes distinctive sounds based on the lunar cycle, 108 sounds to be exact. And so those 108 sounds serve as our mantras to use during primordial sound meditation. And so if you get formally trained, then I would use your date of birth, exact time of birth, and place of birth, and I would put it into the Vedic calculator, and I would calculate your personalized mantra. And that mantra is the sound that the universe was making when you were born. And so it's really freaking cool, okay? And so, but that does require a monetary investment and time to be trained. And so what I'm doing here today is I'm teaching you the free version with a silent Sanskrit mantra that's universal. And it's so hum. That's the mantra that we're going to use today for this meditation. And it's actually called the So Hum mantra, okay? And so I will go ahead and get started with the meditation if you guys are ready. And all you need is to be in a place where you feel safe closing your eyes. And if you don't feel safe closing your eyes, that's okay. Like a soft gaze at the floor is fine. You don't have to close your eyes if you don't want to. And so once I go through this meditation, and I'm going to condense it, like I'm not going to, you really should meditate for 20 to 30 minutes in the morning, and then again in the evening for 20 to 30 minutes. And so I will do a condensed version of this today, and then you can venture out on your own and use it and experiment with it this evening, hopefully. And so the glorious thing about primordial sound meditation, and it's backed by science, everything I'm saying, you can look it up. So what this meditation does is it helps to eliminate inflammation from the body. And so when we don't eliminate inflammation from the body, if we're not doing something to release all of those toxins that gather up because of our daily stressors, then those stressors eventually will manifest into inflammation, and that of course causes problems in our physiology. I mean, the root cause of nearly every disease known to man is inflammation. And so since I have been using primordial sound meditation, my symptoms from interstitial cystitis, which is this rare bladder condition that no one seems to understand, have subsided. And I have been asymptomatic, pretty much asymptomatic, since I started using primordial sound meditation without any other lifestyle changes. And so I know that it's from the meditation because I'm releasing inflammation from the body. And so there's a way bigger picture here with this meditation practice, and it's a very sophisticated technique. And so I am honored to teach it to you today. And so I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to guide you through this. Again, all you have to do is be in a comfortable position and be in a place to close your eyes, and I'm going to guide you through this whole thing, okay? So let's start with sitting comfortably. Let's close our eyes. And let's just breathe together for a moment. Let's take a few deep breaths just to get grounded and calm our minds and bodies. And just simply follow your inhales and exhales and come into the present moment. And with each inhale and exhale, allow yourself to become more relaxed, more comfortable, and more at peace. And just be willing to let go of anything that does not serve you in this moment. We're going to start this meditation by asking ourselves the 4 soul questions. And you're just going to ask yourself these questions silently. Just silently repeat them to yourself. Answers may come, answers may not. Whatever comes to mind, don't judge it. Just kind of let it float away like a cloud. So our first soul question is, who am I? Who am I? repeat that silently to yourself for just a few seconds. Now, ask yourself the second soul question. What do I want? What do I really want? Ask that question and allow the responses to come to you. And they may be in the form of thoughts, feelings, images, or sensations. Just notice whatever comes to you without forcing anything or judging. Simply ask the question and pay attention. What do I want? So the next soul question is, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? Now ask yourself the final soul question. What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? Now next, we're going to begin the practice of I am. Silently begin saying I am, followed by your first name and last name. So as I'm doing this, I would silently repeat to myself, I am Paula Swope. Now drop your last name and just repeat I am and your first name. Now drop your first name and just repeat I am. I am. And silently repeat I am to yourself for just a few more seconds. Now, please let go of all of those questions and any answers that came to you. And I want you to bring your awareness to your breath and simply observe the inflow and outflow without trying to control it in any way. And let's just continue easily observing our breath. Now, if you notice your attention drifting away to thoughts or noises, just gently come back to observing your breath. Now silently begin repeating the sound, so hum, so hum. Silently repeat the word so as you breathe in and hum as you breathe out. So hum. And please know that there's no need to focus or concentrate. Just have a simple awareness of the sound as you silently repeat it to yourself. When your attention starts to drift and you start to have thoughts, just gently choose the mantra, so hum. We're not forcing out thoughts. We're not trying to do anything of the sort. All we're doing is choosing the mantra over any other thoughts that start to crowd our mind. And if you're just joining, the silent mantra is so hum. So hum. And we're just taking a moment to silently repeat that mantra to ourselves. So continue to keep your eyes closed, breathe normally, and silently repeat the mantra, so hum, for just a couple of minutes, and I will watch the time. Okay, please keep your eyes closed, but stop repeating the mantra. Stop observing your breath. And just continue to rest comfortably for a moment. And what we're going to do is we're going to close out our So Hum meditation by repeating the 4 soul intentions silently to ourselves. The first one, the first soul intention is joyful, energetic body. Silently repeat that to yourself. Joyful, energetic body. The second soul intention is loving, compassionate heart. Loving, compassionate heart. The third one is reflective, alert mind. Reflective, alert mind. And the fourth and final soul intention is lightness of being. Lightness of being. And take a couple of deep breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out through your nose. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. So I wasn't ignoring your questions. I just didn't want to interrupt anyone who was meditating. So the mantra, Kyla, of course you know this by now probably, is so hum. It doesn't necessarily have a meaning. It's just a sound. And the silent mantra, so hum, thank you, Kyla, is meant to basically just get you into the gap quicker. And for those of you who may not know what the gap is, that's the space between our thoughts. That's the spot where, that's the only place that we can access those infinite possibilities. And meditation is not about forcing out thoughts at all. And that's why a lot of people feel like that they can't meditate. I mean, our brains are going to think. That's our brain's job. And so we want it to do that. If it's not thinking, then we're flatlining, and we don't want that, right? And so all that mantra does is it helps us to narrow all of those racing thoughts down that really don't mean anything to one thought, and that being your silent mantra. And so when you, oh, thank you. That's very sweet. I appreciate that. And so when we use this meditation daily and we integrate it into our daily lives, just like we do, brushing our teeth, we don't reap the benefits like during meditation. That's why we shouldn't really expect anything specific to happen during meditation, because each meditation is going to be different. But we reap the benefits outside of meditation. And when we start to release all of those toxins every single day that just our daily stressors cause, we will start to notice subtle changes. And those subtle changes usually come in the form of our day going a little bit better, things going our way, a little more often. And we will start to feel better. Our sleep improves. We think with more clarity because we're interrupting all those crazy racing thoughts that mean nothing. I mean, they don't mean anything. And usually they're just lies. And so if we never interrupt that, then we just go about our day and we stay in fight or flight, and we never activate our parasympathetic nervous system. And when we meditate, we activate our parasympathetic nervous system, which is the nervous system that we need to be activating all day long, not the sympathetic nervous system. There's no reason why any of us should be in fight or flight every single day, but that's how we were conditioned to be, and society kind of feeds that, I think. And so I'll stop here, and I'll see if anybody has any specific questions about primordial sound meditation. And if you don't, then I'll give you some best practices so you can start using this meditation right away. And again, the meditation that I just did was greatly condensed. I mean, ideally, you need to meditate for 20 to 30 minutes in the mornings and then 20 to 30 minutes in the evenings, but just know that any amount of meditation is better than nothing. I mean, some days it's not comfortable for me to meditate over 10 minutes. And if 10 minutes is all I get in, then 10 minutes is what I get in. But of course, the more time you spend in meditation, the more, benefits that you will reap. But I just don't want anybody to ever feel like that it has to be strict or rigid. Like, you really need to do what feels most comfortable for you. So you will continue the practice, because if you don't like it, you're not going to do it. It's like exercise. If you hate the type of exercise that you do, you're not going to stick with it. So, any questions about primordial sound meditation? Okay. So what you want to do when you are practicing this on your own, what other sounds, mantras can we use? So with primordial sound meditation, there are 108 mantras. And those mantras are the 108 sounds that the universe makes. And so they are the sounds of nature, okay? And so the So Hum silent Sanskrit mantra is a universal mantra, and you can use that mantra for the rest of your life. But if you want to enhance your meditation practice, then you need to get officially trained in primordial sound meditation by someone who's certified, like myself or someone else. And when you get trained, then we use the time of your birth, the place of your birth, and the date of your birth to calculate, using a Vedic calculator to calculate your personalized mantra. And that mantra is one of those 108 sounds. But your sound is the sound that the universe was making when you were born. And so it takes you back to your true essence. It's very sophisticated and very, very cool. And so when you're practicing this on your own, so you don't want to put any pressure on yourself to like, you don't want to think that you're trying to like slip into the gap. Like you want to go into it without any expectations, at all. Just don't expect anything. Don't try. I mean, it should feel very effortless. And whatever you do, don't try to force out any thoughts. It's just when your mind starts to get overcrowded with useless thoughts, you start thinking, I got to go here, I got to go there, I got to do this, I got to do that. Just gently go back and choose that mantra. So hum, just always choose that. And all you're doing is you're just thinking it. And it's more like a sound than it is a word. I mean, it's spelled SOHUM. But you're just focused. I mean, all you're using it for is that sound. So if no one has any questions, then I will hop off and I will make this video available on my YouTube channel. So you've got the full training and you can go back and you can watch it whenever you want to if you need to do that. And it's going to be a lot more peaceful too when you do this meditation on your own without me talking, because I know that can be a little distracting. But in the beginning stages, you may enjoy having the guided meditation just to keep you on track. And just so you know, the format of this, ideally, you should, start with your 4 soul questions and then move into the I am piece of that, and that should last maybe 3 to 4 minutes. And then move into silently repeating your mantra. You'll silently repeat so hum for, let's say, 12 to 15 minutes, somewhere thereabouts. I mean, 20 minutes if it feels comfortable. And then you'll close out your meditation, the last, 2 or 3 minutes with the 4 soul intentions. And then the only real rule that we have with primordial sound meditation is we never rush in or out of meditation. You never want to rush out of meditation. You want to give yourself some time to come to yourself and get acclimated again with the physical world. And so just try to not ever, rush out of meditation. That's a really best practice. So Nell, how long did it take you to be disciplined enough to do it every day? Listen, I experimented with so many different meditations, and to be quite honest, many of them frustrated the hell out of me because I didn't know what I was doing, and I thought that I had to sit a certain way, and and I didn't, and I thought that I couldn't have any thoughts, and so my whole meditation was spent trying to force out these thoughts, and it just left me frustrated. And so I did not start being totally disciplined with it until I was trained in transcendental meditation. And that's the meditation that really, really helped me to level up. And so it took, oh my God, Nell, I'm going to say 6 or 7 years to get to the point. I was a tough case to get to the point that I meditated daily. But the transcendental meditation, there were so many benefits that really I felt very quickly. And so those were motivators to use that meditation every day. And I was trained in transcendental meditation in 2016 or 2017. And then I switched to primordial sound meditation in February of 2023. It was about a year ago. And I've been using it ever since. And just so you know, the mantras with primordial sound meditation, they actually cause things to manifest. And so when you start to use this meditation, you want to become even more mindful of what you're thinking about and what you're putting your attention towards like every single day, because this meditation is very, very powerful. And using the mantra in conjunction with the 4 soul questions and the 4 soul intentions, things are going to start manifesting, and your energy is going to, okay? So just be mindful of that. And sometimes when you start using this meditation, it can be like, be careful what you wish for, because you'll start noticing subtle changes. But then those subtle changes suddenly turn into like these miraculous, life-changing transformations. And all of a sudden you look in the mirror and you're like, wow, I'm a much better person than I ever have been, you know, kind of thing. Yes, now I will put this on my YouTube channel as soon as it's available through TikTok. I will get it up as soon as possible. So anybody have anything else? I really appreciate you all joining me today. I would love to start doing these regular group meditations with you, because they're so powerful, because we get to share and all of that great high vibe energy that you create when you meditate. I mean, there's no way that you can meditate and not create that feel good energy. So it's nice to be in a room full of that, and we certainly reap the benefits of doing that. And I hope it makes your all's day a whole lot easier and a whole lot better. So, oh, thank you, Mona. Okay, well, it doesn't look like anyone has any other questions, and so, hey, good luck using this this afternoon. My mom and I started saying we love living in Southern California. Oh, awesome. Okay, so you're speaking something into existence, right? Because speaking things into existence works. And so you might want to, if you're working to attract something, you might want to, have a little mock pretend conversation about that before you meditate. And so you carry that energy into your meditation. Now, what was the biggest manifestation that came through your meditation? Oh, goodness. Oh, my God. I have manifested miraculous things, but it all boils down to the one thing that I got from meditation, and that was increased emotional intelligence. And meditation will enhance your emotional intelligence like nothing else. And a high level of emotional intelligence is really the key to attracting anything you want. I mean, that's it. That's the key. There are no tricks. There are no gimmicks. No genie in a bottle. And there's nothing gimmicky about me. I mean, I just shoot you straight. And if anybody tells you, any different, then they're not shooting you straight. Emotional intelligence is the key. And that's what I got from meditation. And that still serves for my motivation and my inspiration for being disciplined enough to meditate every single day, because I don't want to ever lose that. I want to sustain it, and I want to keep enhancing it. And a high level of emotional intelligence is going to serve you a lot better than a high IQ any day of the week. And the good thing about emotional intelligence is that we can always work to enhance that. Always. It's in our control. It's something that we can cultivate and work on every single day. And so that's the key. And that's the biggest benefit that I've gotten from meditation, and that has led to my biggest manifestations. Okay, well, it's been wonderful spending this time with you guys today, and good luck practicing your new meditation this evening. Old soldier, please give your meaning of emotional intelligence. In its simplest form, it's being able to manage your emotions in a healthy way. It's like, let's just say you're at the grocery store and you're trying to find a parking spot, and somebody cuts you off, takes your parking spot, and if your go-to is to just like lose your shit and go into road rage, and then all of a sudden your whole day is jacked up because that ruins your day. okay, that's not behaving with a high level of emotional intelligence and feeling those powerful negative emotions like rage, like road rage. Okay, if you hang on to that and you feel that every single day, then that rage is going to match. This is the truth. It's a vibrational match for other things that resemble rage. And I don't think that anybody in this world wants to attract anything that resembles rage. And so what you want to do is you want to get to the point that you are not reacting to any of that. Like the small stuff, you don't even want to react. You just don't. People don't piss you off like they used to. You're able to see them a bit more clearly. That's another huge benefit of meditation, because you've increased your level of emotional intelligence, and so you're not going to react to someone who's trying to push your buttons. You're not going to trigger as easily. So it's all interconnected, and it's a big old huge picture. And meditation is, I think, the key to everything, especially in enhancing that emotional intelligence that will just really serve you for a lifetime. So, old soldier, I hope that answered your question. So, you're welcome. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I will hop off now, and I will get this video on my YouTube channel as soon as it's available, and that way you'll have it as your official training, and you can use it until you feel comfortable doing this meditation on your own. I've got a new book coming out, a podcast, an audio book, and it's all based on my trademark Thought Snob method that I created. SNOB stands for See New Objective Beliefs. And there's a new website being built to promote that. It will be thoughtsnob.com, but for now, I have poliswope.com. And so please go there. There are tons of resources, tons of free tools, free things to help you, including my monthly newsletter. And that newsletter is good. I spend a lot of time on that newsletter, and it always has easy to use tools that you can use and experiment with, and information that will enhance your quality of life, and it's all free. So I invite you to please take advantage of that. And I have other resources on there too. Some are free, some aren't. But I invite you to check those out. And I really appreciate you joining me today. And it was an honor to teach you this meditation practice that I believe in so very much. So thank you all. Wonderful seeing you. And I have another workshop coming up on Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to be talking about patience, how to stay patient while you're in that kind of like that holding space, that in-between time of your manifestations unfolding. And so please join me. I would love to see you on Saturday at 2. But if not, it was great seeing you today. Take care, and please enjoy your new meditation practice this afternoon. And I'll see you soon. Thank you.